Hey, good morning, Robin. The family of Nolan Wells says they need answers on what happened to their son, and they're hoping their new attorney will help get some of those answers.
This morning, the hunt for clues as Nolan Wells' loved ones fight for answers in the 18-year-old's death. Investigators renewing their request for the public's help, asking anyone on Horn Island July 4th to contact them if they had any interactions with Nolan Wells, possess any unedited photos and videos taken on the northwest tip of the island, or observed an argument, disturbance, or other unusual activity.
Now, if we can get those that actually were there and true witnesses to come forward to us, we'd be grateful for that. That would greatly help our investigation.
The beloved football player and a group of friends were celebrating Independence Day on the popular, undeveloped, 10-mile-long barrier island just south of Ocean Springs, Mississippi. New video showing the remote location, which is accessible only by private boat. Wells was last seen alive 3 p.m. Saturday. Family members identified remains discovered off the shore Monday morning.
Now, I'm pretty sure by now everyone has heard of the story of Nolan Wells. And if you haven't heard of him by his name, then you definitely heard of him by people referring to his situation as the black kid that coincidentally went missing on a boating trip with his YT friends. Now, off the rip, when we heard about this situation, an eyebrow went up because, of course, something didn't seem right or sound right from the beginning. But as time had progressed, the obvious meter has been getting larger and larger, as many people who either know these people personally have spoken out, or just the weird actions of his quote-unquote friends that he was with the night he passed away. From them all wiping their social medias clean and their families doing the same, down to another friend who claimed to have knew the kids that Nolan was with, and he claimed that they are known for allegedly getting together and doing a certain substance with each other. Now, keep in mind that all of this is alleged and can't be 100% confirmed, but in this video, we're going to reveal the rumors that we have been hearing when it comes to this situation. And hopefully we can make sense of it while pointing out the other things that aren't making sense. Now, this isn't the first time, and damn sure wouldn't be the last, where we've seen these same situations happen, where a black kid either have a sleepover or go out with a bunch of YT kids, and somehow something happens and nobody seems to know what's going on. Who remembers the situation with Tamla Horsford, a 40-year-old mother of 5, who attended an adult sleepover with friends? As you can see, out of her friends group, she seemed to be the only black woman there, and she will also end up being the only one that passed away that night and was discovered the morning after. After investigation, they ruled her death an accidental fall due to heavy alcohol intoxication and medication, and the case was closed without further review. However, Tamla's family hired an independent autopsy, and according to them, an accidental fall doesn't line up with the amount of bruises and injuries that her body suffered. Now, they believe she was badly beaten and left to DIE. Now, whether that's true or not, we would never know because, once again, the case is closed and was never opened back up. Now, before we get into the story of Nolan Wells, we're going to explain what we know based off what the news have said within the Rolling Stone article, but then we're going to get into other information that haven't been reported by the news, and I want y'all to let me know what y'all think in regards to the whole situation as a whole. Now, before we do, make sure you hit that thumbs up button, hype the video so we can get into the algorithm, and if you not subscribed to the platform already, make sure you do so now. Let's get into it. Hold up, y'all. There's no way you're watching this video for free right now, where you could be getting paid literally just for playing games while this video play in the background at the same time. Only difference is the increase in your bank account. Now, I'm not saying you'll get rich, but I am saying that you could easily make something while doing nothing except for sitting on the couch playing games if you download the app Free Cash. Tap or click the link I pinned in the comment section, or scan the QR code that I put right here on the screen. Also, if you use my link right now, they give you a little something to start off with just for signing up. So if you want a little Uber Eats or something to snack on and don't feel like dipping into your own wallet, play a few games so you don't have to spend your own ends. Now let's get back to the video. Now let's start off with what we know as we were told by the news themselves. Shout out to Rolling Stone, as an article based on the situation would state, quote, Nolan Xavier Wells, an an 18-year-old football player from Ocean Springs, Mississippi, was with friends on Horns Island, a barrier island near the border of Mississippi and Alabama, when he disappeared on July 4. 2 days later, a U.S. park ranger found his body on the island where he was last seen. Now, his family has retained attorney Ben Crump and is demanding answers. Here's what we know so far about Wells and his case. On July 4th, Wells, a football player at Southwest Mississippi Community College, and several friends traveled to Horn Island, a remote strip of land which is only accessible by private boat. Later that day, the friends came back on another boat. Wells, apparently, had decided to stay on the island. He was last seen around 3 p.m., wearing blue swim trunks and sunglasses. According to posts from John Gill, the commander of the United Cajun Navy, a volunteer organization that helped with the search, Wells wanted to stay on the island to talk with a girl. When Wells didn't come home by about midnight, his mother, Christine Wansley, contacted the Jackson County Sheriff's Department. The following day, multiple agencies and volunteer organizations began looking for Wells, and his body was found on Monday morning around 8:45 a.m. Though his family positively identified the body, authorities didn't confirm it was Wells until Tuesday, when they were able to identify him using his dental records. An autopsy was conducted on Tuesday, but the results have not yet been publicly released. When contacted for comment, the Mississippi Medical Examiner's Office referred Rolling Stone to the investigating agency. The Sheriff's Department tells Rolling Stone that the case is still under investigation. Shortly after news broke of his disappearance, amateur TikTok investigators picked up the case. Many questioned why he didn't get on a boat with his friends to head back to the mainland. Jackson County Sheriff John Ledbetter confirmed to the Associated Press via NPR that he chose to stay on the island with the assumption that he was going to ride back to the mainland with someone else. Ledbetter told the outlet that Wells' friends were cooperating with the investigation. On Tuesday, Wells' family, who posted a GoFundMe, which has collected more than $220,000 so far, retained civil rights attorney Ben Crump, who quickly announced that he would be conducting an independent investigation into the young man's death. Nolan Wells was a beloved son, teammate, and friend who went out to celebrate the 4th of July and never came home. His family deserved answers. They deserve the truth, Crump said in a statement. We will not rest until every fact about what happened to Nolan on Horn Island is brought into the light, and we call on investigators to pursue this case with the urgency and transparency this family deserves. After Wells' family retained Crump, the attorney reposted a video on Instagram which had previously been making the rounds on social media. The video, which is shot from another boat near the island shore, shows dozens of people on the beach with a small group seemingly having an argument. Many on social media speculated that this group included Wells, though as the caption of the video notes, as of now, authorities have not confirmed whether the video is authentic or connected to Nolan's case. Both Crump and authorities are asking anyone who saw Nolan that day to contact them. Now we're going to get into that video that people are claiming that was taken on Horn Island, and it seemed to capture Nolan and a group of friends he was with having an argument with each other, allegedly. I want y'all to let me know what y'all think about it afterwards, but before we get into it, let's react to the news. Now, according to them, Nolan and his friends all went on a boating trip with each other to Horn Island. It's a remote island that you can only get on using a private boat. But according to the report, it says that Nolan's friends not only returned without him, but they also returned without him on a different boat than the one that they arrived on Horn Island with. So the first question is, what happened to the first boat? But aside from that, it said that the friends returned his cell phone to his mother, but didn't have no explanation for it. So if he decided to stay back like they claim due to a girl, why wouldn't he take his phone with him? Why would he leave himself stranded with someone he don't know on a private island without a cell phone or any form of communication? And as his friends, why leave him like that?
Overnight, their attorney Ben Crump telling our Lindsay Davis they now have questions about his cell phone.
The fact that then when the family gets the cell phone back, Lindsay, they're saying they are trying to understand why there are deleted messages. And so it's very concerning to them.
Ashley Cole, a Mississippi Chancery judge and mother of one of the friends who was on Horn Island with Wells, speaking out on social media to dispel some rumors with facts, writing, "Our son Warren loved Nolan dearly. Cole, who had deactivated her account as her son and other friends faced scrutiny after Wells' death, returning to Facebook saying Warren was interviewed by the Jackson County Sheriff's Department and cooperated fully. Cole says her son left Wells before returning to the mainland because the boat was taking on water and had a mechanical issue. Nolan, she said, made a decision to stay on the island and return inland later with another group of friends. Wells' family attorneys plan to conduct an independent autopsy and investigation.
I could go on forever about the questions, but here's the video the attorney was referring to, allegedly showing that Nolan and the friends he was with got into some heated argument. Y'all check this out. And y'all let us know in the comments if that sounded like somebody was arguing or not. And if y'all pay attention to the video, in it, it's a group of guys on shore, and you can see everybody paying attention to that group, and you can see it does look like Nolan standing either in dead center or somewhere in the middle, surrounded by a group of guys, and it seemed like people are letting out their frustration. I could be wrong. That's why I say y'all let me know in the comments. Now, for context purposes also, let's make it clear that it has been brought to our attention that one of the friends of Nolan's that was present on a boating trip happens to be the son of a local judge in the area of Mississippi. And for more context purposes, remember we told y'all that according to the friends that don't seem to know anything, they all scrub their Instagrams and social medias clean, including their parents. Now, I'm not the sharpest knife in the drawer, but the only people that scrub their social medias when a crime is committed are suspects, right?
These are Nolan Wells' friends that didn't remember anything, but they remembered to deactivate every single social media account that they have. Them, his girlfriend, their parents, all the accounts deactivated and wiped clean. All of them. Jax, Eric, Wyatt, Warren, Morgan, jail. Jail for everyone. Because you know, they're already circling the wagons. They're already lawyered up. But wait, their parents are doctors, lawyers, and judges. This is the father of one of his friends. And this is the stepmama, Ashley Cole. Court judge for Jackson, George, and Greene counties in the beautiful state of Mississippi has already deactivated her account. Deactivated all the accounts, and they have all unfollowed Nolan. And this is Katie, who is either a friend, close friend, or girlfriend, who is supposedly, allegedly cooperating with authorities because all the other friends are lawyered up and circling the wagons and not helpful and not talking. The doctors and the lawyers and the judges' parents of these 5 have said that they would like privacy, please, at this time. But you know what? Name them publicly. No privacy and no peace for Eli, also known as Jax, Eric, Wyatt, Warren, and Morgan. What happened to Nolan? What did you do to Nolan? His phone came back safe, but he didn't? Why were y'all arguing just minutes before he was reported missing? And y'all were continuing to party late into the evening. Other boats that were docked and parked next to yours saw y'all. But Nolan was missing. We're gonna find out. The truth shall come to light.
Now also, here's another kid that seems to be friends with them all and are pretty fond of Nolan and the friends that he was around. He would state that the kids Nolan was around were into some interesting things, including a certain substance, and says that he has a few theories of his own and believes that substance was on the boat with them. He was smart and kept saying allegedly, but if you read between the lines of what he's saying, you catch the drift. Y'all check this out.
I know that friend group that he was with is known for, I don't know if I can say this substance, but they're known for doing a certain substance. And you know, some of us who have spoke to Nolan prior to the island date, we know that they were known for doing that substance. Another thing that we believe is, what if they peer pressured him into doing something, and again, with a mixture of alcohol, and allegedly coming from his friend group that knows him very well. I'm talking about teammates that played with him, went to school with him, and folks that see him every weekend. Allegedly, we believe that maybe something just didn't go the way they wanted it to. Maybe they were trying to have a little bit too much fun, and it was just a mistake that they covered up. But I know for a fact that that friend group that they were with is known for a certain substance. So it does not surprise me whatsoever. And I'm almost certainly confident, allegedly, that there was that substance on that boat. I know we won't know till the body gets tested and all that, but, you know, it's what makes sense to me. I don't believe he tried to swim back to the island or anything like that. There's just a lot of things that doesn't make sense. Why did they leave him in the first place? Why didn't they make sure he had a ride home? If that was me and my friend group that I typically hang out with, I mean, Nolan, yes, was in that, but if it was me and my 4 close friends, I'm not leaving that island until I leave with my friend.
So according to the friend, he basically has the same questions we have, and also noticed the same things we did as well. Basically stating that if this was in fact your friend like y'all say, why leave him on that island by himself? No phone, no ways of getting in communication with anyone. Keep in mind that this is a private island. And for y'all that aren't too familiar with private islands, let me fill y'all in. Most of them aren't policed. Therefore, this is why most people go there to have fun, kind of off grid in a sense, and just basically do things that you can't normally do. In fact, this is why you had Matter of fact, never mind. Now moving forward, a lady by the name of Raven Brumfield, who has a son that played on the same football team as Nolan, as they were also friends, would share a picture between the two gentlemen and caption it stating, quote, "Jesus, my son LB is taking this very hard." Now it's hundreds of comments sharing their condolences and people grieving the life of Nolan. Within those comments, you will have somebody ask her a question stating, quote, "Why didn't LB get on that boat too?" And she replied stating, quote, "I'm not even finna entertain your dumb question, sir. I'm his mother and my son knows better, okay? Thank you." Now, I know she didn't mean no harm by it, but that was kind of a little slick shot because someone else can interpret that with her meaning that maybe Nolan didn't know any better because of his parents, right? But like I said, I doubt she meant it that way, but it definitely came off like that and it could be interpreted as such. On the other hand, when it comes to that, some people may take it the wrong way, but let me say this, as a melanated man, I know we all have our own set of friend groups and things of that nature. However, I ain't gonna lie, going to a private island with a bunch of YT friends and you the only melanated kid there, I'm sorry, that's just not happening. Call it what you want, but we all have our own way of doing things, and I guess it's one of those situations where to each their own. So you have to remember, more than likely, they know each other from childhood. You probably just met these guys as you got to that high school, so you're fairly new to them. If something was to jump off, they're gonna stick together and have each other back before they sit there and side with you. It just is what it is. But that's a whole different story, and I'm not gonna go too deep into it. Honestly, I think a blind man can see that something isn't right here, and I hope Nolan gets the justice that he deserves. As more come out, we'll keep you guys updated, but in the meantime, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content, and remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'ma keep on dropping. I'm out. Are you tired of a bunch of social media gurus promising you results with their course, but all they do is take a bunch of information off YouTube and Google, then sell it to you? Well, look no further. Our YouTube Tips and Tricks Masterclass course comes equipped with SEO tips and tricks, along with methods we use to growth hack our YouTube channel. It also includes step-by-step ways to publish your video before uploading to guarantee a great SEO score, therefore your videos can rank and be shown to a bigger audience. Views and subscribers don't come by luck, and just how YouTube have an algorithm, you should have one as well that can guarantee you results. We doing websites and softwares we personally use to generate money creating Faces YouTube channels. If you also would like to skip the process and just buy other pre-built accounts, whether it's Instagram, YouTube, or Facebook, we also threw that in there for you too. We went through trial and error, so you don't have to. Click the link in the description or the comments and get started today.